It's been a lot of talk about Caleb Williams and his performance in OTAs. I am here on Mailbag Day to let you know Caleb Williams needs to struggle early on. Y'all gonna find out why. And we're gonna dive into these voicemails left by the greatest fans in the world supporting Chicago Bears Central. We're gonna talk about it, break it down right after this.
Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I am joined by my guy on Mailbag Saturday, C-Dubb. If you tuned in with us today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. Now, C-Dubb, there's been an uproar around social media regarding Caleb Williams and his performance the last few days during OTAs. I am here to let everyone know Caleb Williams needs this. He needs to struggle early on. C-Dubb, it would have been a huge problem if Caleb Williams would have came into this thing and he cooking a top 5 defense. It would have been another thing. I would have said, what the hell is going on? Caleb Williams needs this. Before I go in any further, how you feeling about that statement?
One thing for certain and one thing for sure in this National Football League, rookie quarterbacks, no matter how good they are in college, no matter how you say they're generational talent or anything, I'm ashamed. I'm actually ashamed that I have to say this, that they're gonna have some struggles because it's gonna be some acclimation issues early going into the professional game. Respect the game. If you thought he was going to go in here and just step in the field and just pick apart top 5 defense, especially the secondary, you're out of your mind. That would have been extraordinary. But this happens to every quarterback that enters the National Football League. That's going to be some growing pains. Now, it's all about how fast you learn and how fast you get over these problems. I think these are what these OTAs and training camps, this is what these for, to work out the kinks. Second, we had a top 5 defense at the end of the season last year. You thought it was going to be easy? Did you expect them to just let him throw it to the wide receivers and just let him catch it? Our defense is pretty effing good. No, they're pretty fucking good, dude. So why don't you give the defense some respect and then give the National Football League some respect? You guys tweaking.
Facts. And that the reason I say that Caleb Williams needs this is because this is a moment to see what Caleb Williams is really made of. We've seen all the talented things that he was able to do with USC and Oklahoma. Now this is the big boy league. This is the grown man's league, the NFL. The Chicago Bears defense have been in the same system for 3 years now, C-Dubb. Yeah. Caleb Williams, this is his first year in this system. If he came in and was cooking them, I would have been concerned about what the hell the defense is doing and what Matt Eberflus has lined up for a defense. Because these guys have been in the system for 3 years now, and most of these guys have still been on the team the entire time. Excuse me. And then another thing, this is what he needs this moment so he can understand this ain't college, bro. These are the best players in the world when it comes to football. The best of the best only make it on the teams. Yeah, you might have some guys that might end up on a practice squad, but guess what? They're still better than most people who are not on practice squads. So Caleb Williams needs this moment to better himself and then build up some resiliency to see that when you go against certain teams, and depending on who's on the other side that you're competing against, they're not going to hand you 5 yards. They're not going to hand you 10 yards. They're not just going to give away touchdown plays. Caleb Williams needs this moment to build, to grow, and continuously get better. This ain't the damn college league. This is the NFL, a grown man's league. Caleb Williams needs to step up. And right now, once it's all said and done, we are going to see what he's really made of. We know he has the talent. He needs to have the results.
Oh, yeah.
Come next. And the biggest thing before we get into this, Kevin Byard, one of the new safeties, said, we are going to make you better. I love it. We going to kick your ass until you rise up and fight back.
Yeah.
I love to hear that.
Yeah. And just like I'm gonna echo what my nephew said, I would have hated if he would just came in his first week and he's like, man, he's tearing up the defense. I would be happy for Caleb Williams, but like, wait, hold on. We had a top 5 defense, bro. What the fuck happened, though? Y'all just go let Shorty come out here and just make y'all look bad.
Facts.
No, bro. Y'all uh temper your expectations in OTA. I'm surprised I have to say this. This is OTAs. You guys have been watching football for however years you've been on this earth, Chicago Bears fans. Y'all calm y'all ass down off the OTAs. It's the first week. My goodness. And it's some of the guys that was pushing and clamoring for Caleb Williams. He's here. Don't start throwing negative um tones on this quarterback in the first week off a damn second day of OTAs, bro. We have a
Facts.
good defense, bro.
Yeah,
God.
C-Dubb. And one thing that I love is that was reported from Courtney Cronin. Shout out to her, Pat Design, and those people that doing it over there on ESPN 1000. Um, every time Caleb Williams made a mistake, he was running back to Shane Waldron for clarification to see what he did wrong, to see how it's supposed to be ran. I love that. I need that. He needs that. Get better, learn from your mistakes, and don't let it happen again. So let's go. That's how I'm looking at it. Let's go. For sure. But now it's time to get into the best part of this episode. Now we're going to jump into these voicemails left by the greatest Chicago Bears fans in the world. All y'all that called in. This first one, excuse me if I say your name wrong. I didn't quite hear it clearly while I was listening to it. But the first one up, I believe your name is Patty. Comment below if we got it right. If not, we'll correct it next time. Here it is.
Yo, what's up, fellas? My name is Thaddeus, man. I've been listening to you guys. I'm calling from the south side of Chicago, man. My name is Thaddeus. So pretty much, man, what I'm looking at, I'm trying to look at the cap situation for the Bears, man. I know Jared Goff got his money. Caleb Williams is on a rookie contract. So my thing is, I think the Bears should go for it every year that Caleb is on a rookie contract. What I mean by go for it, man, just cap out. Get rid of whoever ain't adding value to the team and bringing in players who are bringing value, man, because right now he's on this rookie contract. So let's get it and bear down, man. I love you guys. I like listening to you guys all the time, man. It's my first time calling. I just want to say what's up. I'm calling from West Chatham, Southside Chicago. Bear down, brothers.
All right. So shout out to Patty for the
Thaddeus,
first time.
nephew. Jesus
Thaddeus?
Christ. Yes.
Hey, look, I couldn't hear it, my guy. My bad. C-Dubb heard you. So it's Thaddeus. My bad, bro. I be trying to get names correct. I just couldn't quite hear it. But I love what you said. The Bears should absolutely be going out and going for it all. You know what I'm saying? I believe they have 12 million left in cap space. Go and find you a pass rusher. I seen Yannick Ngakoue. Look, he didn't have an impressive season, but once he got Montez Sweat on the other side, you start to see more production out of him and out of everybody else. And last point, one time a few months ago, I did an appearance with Real Takes Over Fake Debates with my boy SB, and they brought this up. C-Dubb, they said if Caleb Williams is so good, how do you feel about him asking for his money in year 3, like a Kyler Murray did? If he's that damn good, you pay the man early. That's just how it is, because them contracts can be up there. But if Caleb Williams is that guy, we let that thing play out and we go for the Super Bowl. We go for the Super Bowl, bro. What you got to say?
Shout out to Thaddeus. We appreciate the call. This your first time calling. I think what you're trying to get at is weed out the bad weeds to be for certain and make your team as best as it can possibly be. I think they got a process called already. They got a process for that already, Thaddeus. It's called training camp. You know what I'm saying? When you weed out your players that you don't feel that's going to be beneficial to the team. If I'm not getting your comment right. Now, when it comes to the type of window, I think you said the window, we should go for it while he in his rookie contract. You go for it every year. I think that's going to be the mission. That's not the mission for every NFL team. Some NFL teams is not trying to win games. They're trying to get better. I think in our particular situation, I think we're in win now situation with a rookie quarterback we trying to develop. Does that sound right, nephew? We're in a win now with a quarterback we trying to develop at the same time.
I think it makes absolutely. I think it makes a lot of sense because right now the money is not allocated so heavy to your quarterback, and I think that's what Detroit kind of screwed up at. You paid Jared Goff over $40 million. You're paying Amon-Ra St. Brown $30 million. You've repaid and re-signed your offensive lineman. So now that's going to put limitations on your team on who you can acquire, and it's really going to put a microscope on your coaching staff to develop young talent on cheap deals. So the Chicago Bears, you got some money, develop the talent, and then you don't have to allocate so much money right now. So you got to be going for it. Look at the Houston Texans. They say we got CJ Stroud. We're going to be able to go ahead and get Stephon Diggs to add to the team. We're going to increase and make the defense a lot better because we're going for it right now before we have to allocate any additional resources to the quarterback position. That makes it a lot harder to build out teams when you pay quarterbacks $45-50 million per.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
So
yeah, and we gonna see if Ryan Poles really like that when he got to bring that contract and still build the team. We gonna see.
We absolutely will see. But hey, thanks for calling in, Thaddeus. Now we're gonna move on, C-Dubb. We're gonna hear this one from Bishop.
What's going on, homeboys? This is Bishop Lott down in Arizona. Hayes, Cognac Boys, Steve-O, the whole clan, man. We love y'all. I've been watching and just waiting for the opportunity to present this question in this wise. Number one, it is strange to me how people think in team sports that it's going to happen overnight. Number one, not only is it going to happen overnight, but it's going to happen over whatever period of time that the entire team begins to gel. Once a team with the capacity and skills that they have starts to gel, whether it be this year, next year, or within the first 3 years, is my estimate between this year and 2 years from now, the team is going to be dynamic, but they need time. There's too many variables, too many new members, too many new schemes, coaching. Everywhere we look, the team is relatively new. So that's my first thought. But second, Hayes, if you can expound on the fact that how important it is that we have a proper center to protect the quarterback and the people on the O-line, as well as another end to help Sweat, because these components, as the team becomes solid in its system, I believe the Bears are going to be a contingent team in a number of ways. But it's just not going to happen, in my humble estimation, in the first year. If it happens in the first year, I'm fine. Lastly, I forget their names, and you know who I'm talking about, where the sportscasters with now they got two one sister, one European, two football players. I forget to speak. I just have a problem with them being so critical about the Chicago Bears, and this is why I watch you and watch them to see the difference, because Hayes, you guys are straight up, you're honest, you're not trying to overrate, you're not trying to underrate. You're speaking in a complete balance for me, who is a person that does not know football like you guys do, but I'm a fan and I do understand sports because I've played basketball, so forth and so on. But more importantly, because this is a team sport, I just think we need to give the Bears some time. What are your thoughts, Hayes, Steve-O, Cognac Boys? Tell me what your thoughts are about my questions. Chicago up and Arizona down and Bear down. Love y'all. Shalom.
Shout out to Bishop. Well thought out take. C-Dubb, what you got?
Shout out to Bishop from Arizona. Appreciate the love. You all the way out there on the west over there. When it comes to giving this team the year, you don't think it's going to happen this year? I think two things can be right at the same time. I think it's a lot that's new to this team, especially the quarterback. We got a new running back. We got a couple new wide receivers in the tight end. It's going to be a new offensive line too. Sort of. It's going to be kind of patched line, offensive line. We're going to have the defensive line, of course. We should probably make some acquisitions before it's all said and done. I think that we can be successful this season and still do well as far as win-loss record-wise and get into a playoff game, wild card, or whatever you want to call it. And I also think that we can grow as a team, especially as the schedule has been built. I don't think we have really any tough games until like the 11th game of the season where they compressed all those division games after week 11 with San Francisco as well. So I think two things can be true. We can acclimate ourselves. We can get that team cohesion and win at the same time. I think they are able to do that. They are grown men. They should be. And when you talk about speak, I actually like these guys, but when I listen to their takes, it sounds like they're distant. They're a little distant. They're away from the team. I honor what they try to do. They don't look at, they just look at the national headlines with the Chicago Bears. That they're really not in depth like us, or you say a Windy City Breeze. We in the trenches with this shit. That's why it sounded a little different, and that's why you rock with us. But I appreciate good comment, good mailbag from my man Bishop.
Absolutely. And I agree with both of you guys. I think that when you talk about the Chicago Bears, they will need some time. But like you said, C-Dubb, with the schedule, it allows the Chicago Bears to make some mistakes and still potentially win games. Just because of the defensive side of the ball is going to be extremely good. They're going to be very, very good. The defensive side of the ball. The offense has enough talent to make plays. It might not seem like it's clicking on every single drive, but I still believe that with the game plans that's going to be tailored and with the play calling of Shane Waldron, the Bears will have their opportunities to still, even if they squeak them out, still win some ball games until they're able to get a few weeks under their belt. And then by the time the division games come around, they should be clicking on all cylinders. It's going to take time for sure. Now, when you talk about the center spot, I think the center spot is definitely one of the most valuable pieces for this Chicago Bears team to click. Simply because the center is going to be the guy that's going to be working toe-to-toe with Caleb Williams for the calls. He's going to have the verbiage. He's going to have to, check out of this, help Caleb Williams diagnose defenses to where we got to slide the protection to the left. We got to slide the protection to the right. The Mike is blitzing. The corner might be blitzing, or the weak side, or the, the Sam is creeping up. So that stuff is going to be key. I think the defensive line is going to be fine. I think Javon Dexter is about to have an outstanding year, and I can't wait to see what happens and what Eric Washington does for the defensive side of the ball. But I'm with both of you guys to end the point. It ain't going to happen overnight. But like J Mac said on ESPN 1000, this is when the winning culture is built over the offseason. So we hope that this coaching staff and they've been talking a lot. Now they got to put it on wax. We'll leave it at that. For sure. C-Dubb, this next one up comes from Big Von. Shout out to you, Bishop. Now we going to hear from Big Von.
Yo, what's the word? It's your boy, Big Von, man, all the way from the low end. Had to call in, check on y'all boys, man. I ain't called in a minute. But, man, I just got done watching the behind-the-scenes video that the Chicago Bears posted on the 1920 football drive joint. Man, I'm going to just say this, man. You got to be super excited, man. You have to be encouraged and you have to be enthused about this year's draft as well as the future, man. I like how the draft played out. It was just cool to see, man, how everybody in the draft room was working parts and the moving parts, and to see who had better arguments for which players, and it worked out, man. So, man, just watching that video, man, your boy was really excited. I had to call in, let y'all know what the word was, man. And to all my fans out there that's rocking Chicago Bears and been rocking Chicago Bears, it's time, man. It's time. The future is here, and we finna take off, man. I believe we finna set the league on fire, man. To see how everything played out, how we was able to basically get the top 2 players in the draft. Caleb at number 1. We got Rome at number 9, who was pretty much the consensus number 2 player on everybody's board. And, you know what I'm saying? It was just cool to see the moving parts, man, to see how everything worked out. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to see the number 1 pick champion in one of his weapons that he's going to be using in the future, man. It was just real cool to see, man. And, you know, I can't help but look forward to the future and be excited of what's to come, man. So y'all let me know how y'all feeling, man. As always, Chicago up, bear down.
Shout out to Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn, my grandmother. Patty Cake, my grandmother. She been rocking with the Bears for a very long time. So the Bears need to get their stuff together. For real. My grandmother is one of the most diehard Bears fans I know. And she ready to turn up. She ready to rock out and support the squad. So the squad need to give my grandmother some, or we own their ass. Because when grandma is not happy, the family not happy. So the family needs to be happy and grandma needs to be happy. And the Bears can do that by winning football games and going to the playoffs and winning a playoff game and eventually giving us that championship that we so desperately need. I am excited as well. But last point, ladies and gentlemen, the first few weeks, we think it might go well. It can absolutely go wrong. It can absolutely go bad, but they can get it together. So just temper your expectations. Don't act like Caleb Williams in game 1 is about to come out and throw for 400 yards. Don't do that. If he does, it'll be a hell of a game 1. But if he does not, and the Bears still win, we take the dub. C-Dubb, what you got?
Hey, shout out to Big Von and shout out to the entire low end. Shout out to y'all. I think excitement, I think that is allowed, bro. I think everybody kind of on pins and needles. They kind of worried. They got a little anxiety. Should we be excited? You know how this team been going for the last, 50, 40 years. I don't know how long it's been since 1985. That was a long time ago. But yeah, be excited, guys. Ryan Poles probably made executive of the year off-season acquisitions this past off-season. I think he put together a nice product on the field to be competitive and to be aesthetically pleasing to the eye. We'll be more modern as a NFL football team. It won't just be the monsters of the Midway, even though I still feel there is a form of that still existing. You'll have to add another abbreviation. Who knows what it is, because we have an offense as well. So excitement, I say go ahead and be excited about this season coming up. And don't let nobody tell you not to be. Shout out to my man, Big Von.
Just like we said last week, however you choose to be a fan, that's your right. Be a fan. If you're going to be crazy and jump off the porch and jump out the window every time, shit, do it. Who cares?
Who cares?
We wrong on a lot of shit and we right on a lot of stuff. Who cares? It's just our opinion of what we think is going to happen. But do your thing, Big Von. Who cares? For sure. C-Dubb next up on the list. You know we can't have a mailbag without going to Booker World. We gonna hear from my guy Book. Here it is.
Yo, Bobby C-Dubb, what's good, man? This book, man, blessings to you and yours. I hope y'all enjoying this holiday weekend, man. I just got a couple of hot takes for y'all, man. I want to see what y'all think about these, man. I want to hear y'all elaborate on them, if you will. My first hot take, I think Tevin Jenkins is going to play at least 15 games this year, which will be the most I think he's played in his career. I think he's a staple of the offensive line, man, and I think he got something to prove, and he's going to prove himself this year. He's going to play at least 15 games. Another hot take, Caleb Williams. I don't think Caleb Williams in his first year is going to throw 4,000 yards, but he will throw 30-plus touchdowns. I got a feeling that the Bears are going to score a lot. I think they're gonna average anywhere between 24 and 27 points a game. So they're gonna be putting up points on that board, man. In order to do that, man, you got to sling that thing. I don't think he'll hit 4,000 yards his rookie year. He will eventually, but this year he will throw over 30 touchdowns. Another of my hot takes, I think, this year, G-Dex, Big Dex, Javon Dexter, man. I think he's going to start in week 4, go on a reign of terror, man, of just wrecking O-lines, man. And folks is going to realize that we didn't get a 3-tech because we've had one the whole time. We just needed him to develop and a chance. I think he's going to do very good this year, man. I can't wait to see that kid operate. But that's just 3 of my hot takes I have right now so far. I'm pretty sure I have more as time go on, but that's all I wanted to say and see what y'all think about that. Chicago up, bear down. Again, blessings. Shout out to everybody. CBC. Holla.
Shout out the Book with the hot take. C-Dubb, what you think about it?
Hey, shout out to Book and blessings to your people as well. Let's start off with Tevin Jenkins. You think he'll play 15 games this season? I'm going to say I'm going to hope so with Tevin Jenkins. What he showed us in previous season, that he's going to miss a little bit of significant time. I'll just be honest, in significant time, especially when you need him in the meat part of the season. So I'm going to have to see to believe. I'm not that confident in Tevin Jenkins. I know he a beast and an animal, but I need him to stay. I need him to be available for an entire season. I don't want to be cut short 2 games. Try to play the full 17 games, Tevin, because we're moving up to 18. Can you even do 18, my guy? Let's see if you can get to 17 first. With Caleb Williams not throwing 4,000 yards, I got him somewhere between 32 to 4,000 yards this upcoming season. I think 30 touchdowns is pretty much the minimum. I'm gonna say he throws this season with so many weapons and so many dangerous tight ends and big time established receivers and Keenan Allen and DJ Moore and a rookie who's gonna be thirsty and hungry to show that he belongs in this on this team, and he deserves some footballs thrown this way. I think he's gonna get 30 easy. Dexter and a reign of terror. I love that statement. Great statement. Put it on the t-shirt. We are counting on Dexter to have a big time bust out season. You can see we didn't make any moves towards that position this draft or the off season. So it's gonna be incumbent on him. And I think we really dependent on that kid to have a big bust out season, and I hope that's not a lot of pressure on the kid, and I'm confident that he's going to fulfill that need that we have.
For sure. And I'm with all the takes, man. I like all of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a hot take. DJ Moore is gonna be the first wide receiver to 1,000 yards. That's my hot take.
Okay.
That's my hot take. DJ Moore, the first one to 1,000 yards on this team. Now, when we talk about the stuff that Book said, I think everything is absolutely doable. One thing I want to hone on is the 24 points to 27 points per game. If the Bears are doing that with the defense we expect them to have, it's going to be a lot of ass whoopings being handed out this season.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of butt whoopings handed out this season. It's going to be, go stand your ass in a corner. It's going to be, oh, you thought I was playing? Watch this season. And that means the live call is going to be wild. The post games are going to be wild. The pre-games are going to be hyped. See, Book, you're trying to get me hyped up on this beautiful Saturday, my dog. I'm trying to chill. But I love what you said. But if we can go average 24 points per game, when last year I don't even think we averaged 21, we good. We good, bro.
Yeah, that's night and day, bro. That's just that little at 3 points more. That's night and day, big dog. It's night and day.
It's crazy. But hey, 2 more to go on today's mailbag episode. This next one is from Ant, the big homie.
What up, Hayes? It's your boy Ant, the big homie, calling from Champaign, Illinois, by way of the West Side. Bro, I know a lot of people are freaking out because Caleb had a bad OTA outing, and I'm one of the ones. I ain't gonna lie. You know, we emotionally scarred Bears fans, especially at the quarterback position. But if you think about it, in reality, the defense did what the defense is supposed to do. They've been together longer. Yeah, they have, you know, new safety couple new players, but the defense been together longer, and the coaching of the defense been together longer. So they did what they're supposed to do. But to alleviate that, bro, I think we need new uniforms. I think the Bears uniform is the mush. I don't know if you remember the movie The Bronx Tale, when the guy was just bad luck and they put him in the bathroom when they was gambling, and when he came down and voted on the horse and they lost. The uniform itself is the mush. I think we need new unis to represent this new swag of a new era to give us Bears fans that scar to us, for them to emotionally remove that scar. I believe it's the uniform. Let me know what you think. Chicago down. Wait, Chicago up there now.
We heard from Ant, the big homie. He talked about the uniforms. Look, man, the Chicago Bears, we need a new one. I understand everybody love the orange. Well, not everybody. Some people love the orange. Let's get us a white polar bear look. Let's get us a white polar bear look.
You crazy.
Hey, we need to be out here white. Hey, C-Dubb, one of the greatest games in the all-white uniform happened against the St. Louis Rams, not the Los Angeles Rams, the St. Louis Rams. Devin Hester had 2 kick returns, and he was dancing on them, Dion, into the end zone. Get us one more in there so we can live and we can turn up and have that white polar bear going crazy. We need that Antarctica look because it's going to be a cold day in hell when they come play the Chicago Bears. That's why we need the all-white polar bears. C-Dubb, what you got?
Shout out to Ant, the big homie, my boy. Shout out Champaign, Illinois, and shout out the West Side.
West Side, that's how he said it.
Caleb struggles. I think we already got into that. It'd have been even worse if the Chicago Bears defense let this rookie come in here and just eat him alive. That's all I'm gonna say. He would have came in there and just completed every pass, and there was nobody trying to stop him. It'll be a problem, bro. When it comes to the new uniforms, I'm gonna say y'all need to forget about it, bro, because it's a nostalgia element to the Chicago Bears uniform, and it may be negative, like it might be the thing. I don't believe in conspiracy and voodoo and all. It might be a voodoo thing if you believe in that, like it might be holding us back, but I believe in a play on a play. I don't believe in no garments dictating if you can win a game or not. It's all in your head if you believe it's a garment that's holding you back from winning games. They will never change the uniform. You're gonna always see that dull blue in those white pants, and you'll always see the white shirt with the dull blue pants. You know, so it's not changing, bro. It's the nostalgia, bro.
C-Dubb, when you go out and you dress up, you swagged up, my boy. What completes your outfit? The shades, right?
Yep.
In the greasy beard, right?
Yeah.
In the shiny bald head, right? We don't want to hear that. If you want to play good, you gotta look good, damn it. Let's look good out there. If I ain't got my shades on, these my shades, god damn it.
I just said that, nephew, the Bears uniforms is like the Yankees uniforms. You can never change it, or the Dodgers.
We just said add one more to the collection.
Right? They do add them every year, bro. They got different uniforms every year.
White polar bear. Can we get that white polar bear? No. Yes, I don't.
We can get the white polar bear, but y'all know they not changing the regs. No, they not changing the regular.
We just trying to add to the collection. That's all. That's all.
Bro, y'all crazy, bro. Y'all think Virginia gonna change them uniforms? Y'all crazy.
If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. I'm gonna keep pushing. Here's the last voicemail from my guy from Dallas. Y'all know who it is. This is from Darius from Dallas.
What's going on, guys? Darius from Dallas. I just had to call in because, hey, I completely disagree with your take on Roschon Johnson, man. I don't think that he needs to prove craftiness or anything like that. I mean, he only thing he needs is more touches. He's fine just the way he is. There's nothing wrong with a downhill bruiser type. And guys can be that and still have longevity. Look at Jerome Bettis, Marshawn Lynch. You know, I know those are elite guys, but you can have guys that, you know, there's teams where you have a physical back that you're going to put in the fourth quarter when the defense is tired and is 20 degrees outside, who's going to want to tackle Roschon Johnson coming in with fresh legs? You know what I mean? He's coming in with, that's the guy that you want to get it to in the fourth quarter. When we've been running down their throat with Swift all game. Okay, now they're tired. Boom, let's put Roschon in with fresh legs and let's give him 10 to 15 carries and let him go to work and let them try to tackle that big load when they're tired. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him being that type of role player. That's kind of like you saying, Dennis Rodman should have been a better scorer, so I got to, put him down a notch. No, he's still a legend, because he's great at what he did. Let Roschon be great at what he does. He doesn't have to prove how shifty he is. No, man, let that kid be him, and that's what we need. We need that because we already got shiftiness with Swift. We got that. Okay, so when we need that, we got it. But there's times when you need a running back that just wants to lower his shoulder and put it in your face mask and may the best man win. That's what you need in the fourth quarter, man, when it's 4th and 1. That's what we haven't had, So I disagree with your take on that. I don't know, man. Me and you always bump heads when it comes down to running backs for some reason. But anyway, let me know what you think, brother. Texas up, bear down.
You already know Darius is gonna come with some fire. So I was one of those guys that was saying that Roschon Johnson. That's why I played your voicemail, Darius, because I was one of those guys that kind of echoed that sentiment. And I'm not saying that the guy has to become some super shifty guy, but I'm just saying, can you bounce it to the outside a little bit to pick up those extra 5-10 yards? I understand you want to bruise guys, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see him hit some home runs. You know what I'm saying? Really put some pressure on them defense, not just by hitting them in the mouth, but picking up them additional yards to now they got to change the coverage or bring an extra guy down in the box, and now we can go over the top. That's all I'm saying. He ain't really got to change his entire profile, but just add a little more shiftiness to bounce it out and pick up those extra yards. Because now when you picking up extra yards outside of that run game, you gonna have to make that defensive coordinator across on the other sideline change up something or rethink something. And sometimes when you put pressure on defensive coordinators, they do stupid shit. Same with the offensive coordinators. Luke Getz, he fell under pressure and he called 3 screen plays in a row every time. Mm-hmm. So let's make the opposing defensive coordinator call stupid plays every time. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, shout out to my man Darius from Dallas, bro. Let me ask you a question. Darius. Do you think Roschon Johnson is a crash dummy? Do you know the climate and the landscape of running backs in the National Football League this day and age? It is a hot stove topic in football. How long and how appreciated running backs are taking these years. So you want this guy, I think he had 2 concussions last year, Roschon. If not, he had 1 for certain. Just in his, for us, it'll be good. But for him as a player, I think you got to add in a little bit what my nephew was talking about. We need a little finesse in there, Roschon. We need a little finesse for we can see you for an extended time with the Chicago Bears. And you bring up Marshawn Lynch and Jerome Bettis. Those days are over, big dog, when they expect you to run through a semi, bro, to try to get 3 yards. They want you to run through a ram and a lion to get 2 yards, to dive over the top for a touchdown. If you look at the best running backs in the National Football League right now, they all got a little shift in them. McCaffrey, look at him. Even King Henry over there in Philadelphia, he got some shifty to him. He got a little stiff arm to you. You just can't be battering into defenders, bro. So just for his longevity with our team and in the NFL, we need him to get a little bit of finesse in it. It ain't to just take away that battering ram, bro, because you're going to need it sometimes when you really need to get that extra yard or you really need to score this touchdown. We need it, but you got to mix in a little bit of finesse, bro.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry went to Baltimore. Not Baltimore. Baltimore. But he's been in the league a decade plus now. I think that a lot of people think that he's just trucking mugs. No, he got that stiff arm down packed and he bouncing it out to the outside and using his strength in other ways. That's the type of shiftiness I'm saying. Add on that. You ain't got to be a you know what I'm saying, LaDainian Tomlinson type or a Barry Sanders type to where you're going to be able to shift. No, just be able to bounce that thing out. You know, avoid a little bit of contact, but use your strength in other ways is what I'm kind of saying, Darius. Hopefully you agree with me. If not, it's okay. That's what we tell people all the time. We don't have to agree, but we just going to continue to show love to all the greatest Chicago Bears fans in the world. That's what make us so great. We don't have to agree on everything. C-Dubb, you got anything left? We've been here for a minute.
Appreciate you guys. Keep on showing support, and we're going to support y'all with this content, y'all.
Y'all already know the off-season coverage continues. Make sure you're dialed in, locked in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. Y'all already know if you want to be a part of an episode like this, call in, leave your voicemail, leave your take on how you feel about the Chicago Bears. That could be anything. 773-242-9336. This is another episode of Chicago Bears Central. We out of here. Chi-Town up and bear down, baby. Marifa, where was you at? Bye.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.